let's go right to build the board. So I am using JDJ matches board that's made in Poland by a guy called Kuba and his company. I really like these modular system, so you can do whatever you want with it, pretty much whatever you want. There's definitely a little bit of improvement that I am just thinking while working with it. I actually bought it from Guitar Geek Andy via a use page site in Austria. Cool, so let's go right back to that. As you see, I have all these parts, just like different sizes. I already put some super heavy Velcro on it. I use this one, the heavy duty stick-on Velcro. Love it a lot. And the way it works is I already made a plan, so I tested it a couple of times. Now I put some marks there just in order to build the pedal. These parts that with my logo goes there in the end when I'm assembling the cables and stuff. But yeah, I usually start from this side, and my pedal board, I design my pedal board like you would use it. Then the pedals are on top, and you can turn on pretty much every battery from the top, so you don't need to put it aside, or just like turn it around. And there will be two pedal backs that I can turn on from here, just in order to not turn it, as said. So yeah, so these are all the modular parts of it. So I already put it right there. So good. The way I start is I start here from the side, just for you to see. That's the right side from this page, but it's the left actually from when you see it from the top. Cool. So first one just goes in here. The reason I start with the outside is I set up my board that this is the very side. So yeah, and in order to make my pedal board larger, usually you can build it like that, but I have a couple of pedals, I'm sure you know the story, so I just make it larger, and in order to attach my smart light, then it's just way easier. Cool. So I put that there, and it drills. I already made some marks before. Cool. Then this one goes here. And goes this side here. And now it's a little bit strange the way I set it up here, but it's a little bit wobbly. But if you have it there, it's cool. So that's the first side. I already put in some of the screws here, just in order to hold it down. Yeah, that's the side, and then we go to the next part. And also, you will see I have some old Velcro here as well. That isn't official like from the brand Velcro that I really like. I think it's Hungarian made. It's one of the best inventions, in my opinion, in the world, is Velcro. I just love it. Velcro, Gaffer, and WD-40, like the oily spray that you can use, and cable ties. I think that's the 4 biggest inventions in the world. Yeah, so okay, that one is a little bit shit to go in there. Cool. So that's the first side. Then we go to the second one. Well, we start at the very bottom here. The very bottom, then let's just use that here. So now I go from this side and leave that side, because there will be another one that's just like for holding it better together, you know. So that goes here, that goes there, and that one goes somewhere, hopefully there. Then to move that a bit. Yeah, so that's good. Put that in. Then the next one will be this part here. As you see, I already cut some pieces out, just in order to make a little bit more space from the top with the buttons that I push from the batteries, because I designed my pedal board that I can, as said, turn it on from the top. So yeah, that's the way I do it. And hope that this one works now. Yep, this one goes here. And there's another one that goes from, I believe, that third one. Yeah, so that one goes from here. And while I'm here, I use the first hole again, just in order to make my board a little bit longer. Just, you know. Cool, so that's the next part. Put in some screws. Also the two screws that are there at the top are not very cool to work on. Yeah. As you see, I already put here some Velcro, but I explained it in a bit because I like to have that everywhere, because it just opens up some possibilities. I bought a roll of 5 meters, and I already have some Velcro put on there, and now I will just make the whole Velcro situation a little bit more, or a little bit better. I also show you for this used Velcro, and I mean used is the Velcro that is already here, but I don't really need it here because nothing's sticking. I put that away then, or I put it off, and then make some extra pads that you can use. And with the pads, I mean, you can just hold on a second. Yeah, with the pads, I mean, you have some distance pads, and with distance, I mean, as you see, that's like a little bit lower than the actual middle part. So we're gonna make some pads like that, so you can stick on, and then you have like the same height. But we will do that later. That's also like a good recycling trick, and I'll show you that in a minute when we actually tape the whole thing here. Also, yeah, the story with Guitar Geek Andy was quite weird. Fun, actually. I was working in Ireland I was working home office in Ireland, and then I somehow became like an online friend from a guy, Christian from Germany. I have no contact with him now, but I remember him well. He was a really nice man, and he designed some pedals, he started to basically make pedals. He's a DJ, a funky DJ. Plays some really cool Motown music. Yeah, and he started to do some fuzz pedals, and one day I ordered one from him, and he designed it for me, and then he makes that out of old Truffaut, like Merclean power units. And he also sold one to Guitar Geek Andy when his channel was a little bit smaller. And yeah, and then he sent him a link of my music. Years later, and I mean like 1.5 years later, in the meantime I moved to Austria, and I bought my wireless Boss guitar jack via Willhaben, which is an Austrian used shop for everything, like Craigslist in Austria. And then he sent me his email address in order to pay PayPal, and it was Guitar Geek Andy. And then yeah, I was writing to him and I said like, yeah, I do YouTube too. And then I showed him my channel, and he was like, oh, that's you. So he knew me already. I mean, my channel is quite small, but he still remembers me. That's kind of funny. And then one day he sold me that JTJ matches thingy, and there were just like parts, and I just needed, like, he sold me some parts. Oh no, he actually sold me a whole pedal board, but I loved it that much that I actually get in touch with Kuba from the company here, from the pedal company. And yeah, and then I asked him if he still has like some old matches in stock, because he already had a newer version, and I believe now he has the Lotus version, which is the newest version. Yeah, and so he sent me all of his old stock that he have from these pedal boards, and now I have that, and I'm becoming a JTJ artist, which is an honor for me because I really love that stuff that they have here. I really do. So good, one more to go. This one goes below. One more to go. Oh yeah, so it's kind of cool. This one goes here. So yeah, that was quite funny, the story with Guitar Geek Andy, and one day we're doing a video together where he might features me as like a guest, and then I might just show the pedal board that I do now. Yeah, so I'm building it from scratch, pretty much. The Velcro is already stick on. It's not the most beautiful thing on below with the Velcro. I'm a little bit of a nerd. It must look great, but yeah, but it does the job. And I also show you how to recycle Velcro and what you need then in order to use it properly. For my Irish friend, users. Yeah. One more, and then I just have the last side here. Cool. So last part. There's another one I missed. I was missing a screw. So goes here. Yeah, as said, I love this board. Also, fact that if you use like a battery-driven pedal board, the upside is you usually have no extra noise, no ground loop or anything, because there is actually just no ground involved, or not that I know, or not that I know so or feel so. Yeah, so I'm not an electrician, but the same thing goes with digital noise. If you have like a couple of pedals, like in my case I have a lot of Strymon pedals and they don't like each other that much, so every Strymon has a dedicated battery, as weird as that sounds, but yeah, I just don't like the extra noise. So that's quite good. And then the first part of the board is pretty much done. I can just flip it for you. I think I missed no screw. And I might just put one, because I put an extra pedal there, so just in order to get this distance, I just put that here, as you see, and I leave out the other two right now, and I just put in the 2 screws. Don't need too many for that. It's just this part, so I can remove it if I want to. Yeah, so I just leave these things in. And what I do next is I'm actually working on the Velcro part. Cool. So as you see, that looks like that now. If I want to stick that on, I can just put that in here. But I'm not doing it yet because I might need to work on a little bit of some extra cable stuff. So I put that aside in the meantime. And so